You know, I think it goes without saying that two popular pieces of media can coexist at the same time and both be considered peak. There's not gonna be anything in the history of the world that will be an absolute 10 out of 10 for no matter who watches it, okay? There's gonna be a series that just won't be liked by anyone. But the fact that people cannot accept this fact is just downright insane to me. Because I'm not sure if you people have heard, but in the past days, as you know, there's this very popular series going on right now titled A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and of course everyone is gonna be familiar with it, especially the people who love the Game of Thrones universe because holy shit. And even people who didn't necessarily watch Game of Thrones because this series is just so fucking nice. And it's popular right now, and it's coming out even from the top. But the community is kind of hitting back at the Breaking Bad community right now because in the latest A Night of the Seven Kingdoms episode, it was truly peak, okay? That episode was completely peak. The story, the scenery, absolutely everything about it was just perfect. And I have already stated this in my past video that I made about the episode because I loved it so much. Well, the episode was so loved by the fans that it actually got a 10 out of 10 rating on IMDb, which has now gone down to a 9.7, and there is a reason for that. Because usually when there is an insanely nice show, we usually saw this with anime more often than not. Basically, when there is a nice episode or a nice series that gets an insanely high rating, oftentimes people of another series are gonna come and downvote it or make the rating worse just so their series stays on top. Instead of accepting that both pieces of media can coexist at the same time and both of them can be considered peak and both of them can exist so people can choose between them or even maybe enjoy both of them. But instead of this, people sometimes decide to ruin the rating, just like what happened with One Piece and Attack on Titan as well. And now I really wanted to talk about the final episode because, as I said, the fifth episode of the A Night of the Seven Kingdoms was a 10 out of 10. But currently it's sitting at a 9.7 IMDb rating. And as a lot of you people may know, Breaking Bad has been widely known as having a 10 out of 10 episode by a mile, and it was truly one of the best episodes ever of any series, titled The Ozymandias. You know, the episode where Hank dies and people find out the whole charade. Basically, it's peak cinema. But now, this episode went down from a 10 out of 10 rating to a 9.9. Why? Well, let me show you. So basically, if we open up the IMDb ratings for these episodes, you can clearly see that most people regard both of these as a 10 out of 10. There's a very small percentage of people who put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are more who put 8 and 9 on both of these, but still those are so tiny in comparison to the other majority. Like 81% of people chose 10 for the Breaking Bad episode, which is a lot of people. That's 254,000 people. And for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, 85% picked a 10 out of 10, which is 74k, which is still a lot. But as you can see, there's a lot of 1 ratings as well. And the same goes for Breaking Bad. Well, why could that be? Well, if I open up the user reviews tab for both of these, and if, you will see that it's a 10 out of 10. Oh my god, it's perfect. Oh my god. Yes, because these are the featured reviews. But if I go to the review date section, as you can see, the date is gonna be either today or yesterday for both of these episodes, and there's gonna be a lot of fucking 1 out of 10 votes. For the Breaking Bad episodes, Game of Thrones is gold. For Dunk and Egg, In the Name of the Mother, very bad episode overall. Winter Came for You, yada yada yada. they're still gonna be 10 out of 10s because, of course, people are still finding Breaking Bad and they are still enjoying it for the absolute masterpiece that it is. But the same can be said about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's easily one of the best fucking episodes of TV I have ever seen. And people are review bombing both of these series. Like, look, again, 1 out of 10. Yeah, there's 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. But there's still gonna be a lot of 1 out of 10s. Just because people have review bombed Breaking Bad as well. And now the two communities are basically clashing together. I mean, clashing against one another. Because both of them have to feel superior over the other one. And you know, I'm not gonna... There's obviously not one side here who is correct. Because, as I keep saying, I'm like a fucking broken record. Both of these series are insane. Okay? Both of these series, the whole universe, is absolutely fucking amazing. I still consider Breaking Bad much better than Game of Thrones, for example. And again, that is subjective. It's all subjective. But some people cannot comprehend that. I genuinely can't understand what's the point even in review bombing. Like, why does it hurt you? Why does it hurt your feelings so much that there's another new series coming out? Instead of watching it and enjoying it, you just want to keep your precious little singular episode, by the way, that will still be widely regarded as one of the best episodes in TV history, regardless of what you vote and what the score says. But instead you decide to go and ruin another episode for the sake of your own ego, I guess. Like, nobody's gonna care about the rating anymore. Because by this moment, but I mean, as you can see, there's still people voting 10 out of 10 on the episode. Maybe it's people who have already seen it, but maybe it's new people. Because both of these series are big, they are huge. Breaking Bad, in my opinion, it's honestly very hard for me to find a series that is absolutely 10 out of 10. It's between Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or The Sopranos. These three, absolutely either one of them could be 10 out of 10, and I would honestly... I would believe everyone who would say that. But you know, it's dumb that the communities have gotten to this point. Why can't we all just love each other? Why can't we accept the fact that maybe instead of saying, oh look, here's a cake, here's a cupcake. I do like cake, but I like cupcake more. So I'm gonna... the cake is shit, okay? It's made of a pile of shit and I hate it. Instead of being like, oh my god, I can eat both of them. Like, if there's gonna be a hot girl in front of you, two hot girls in front of you, are you gonna say that one of them looks nice and the other is complete horseshit? Or what? No. I don't understand people, and I honestly didn't even believe that I had to make this fucking video talking about this, because this is just insane.